My name is Ingo and I'm working for Commerzbank. I'm co-heading the Commodity Solutions team. We started carbon trading approximately 15 years ago with a pilot project in Germany where we purchased for the first time emission credits from companies. In 2004, we did our first ISTA-documented EU allowances transaction. At that time, everything was new for us and of course for our clients. And many questions were asked regarding the system, how it would work, how you would comply with the system, if you have to comply. And of course, many questions were as well asked about carbon trading, risk management, and procurement. And this is the topic that I want to cover today. If you look at the carbon risk management, the trading, I think one of the most important part is that this is not a goal in itself, the trading. It has to fulfill a means and has to be aligned with the strategic goals of the company. It has to help the company to minimize compliance costs and to maximize opportunities. And for all that, we typically believe that it is important to have a sound knowledge of the law, the framework, and of course your exposure. What is your risk? Is it big? Is it small? Where is your risk? Is it now or is it more in the future? And all these elements are obviously key factors for defining your carbon risk strategy. Our discussions with clients typically start with the risk exposure, where we help them to identify the risks and then quantify those risks. And then as a next step, prioritize it. And then we select the instruments that help them to mitigate those risks, reduce risks, and of course, check where there's opportunities that clients can take. Let me provide you with a couple of examples, what companies often do. One example is a company finds out that they have a surplus, more allowances that they need to surrender at a specific compliance deadline. You have two possibilities. Possibility one is you sell the allowances in the market and receive cash for it. The other possibility is that you keep the allowances either because you know that in the future you will be short and will require those allowances, or because you believe prices are low at the moment and you want to sell them at a later stage. Typically, those transactions are on a spot basis. The company sells allowances with immediate delivery and receives 2 business days later cash. Another discussion, and this is then more strategic purchases, where a company looks at their entire exposure, for example, during phase 3 of the European Emissions Trading Scheme, and decides that prices are low at the moment and that they want to purchase those allowances. That is typically done on a forward basis, and the company and the bank agree a price where the bank will deliver to the company the allowances at a specific time in the future. Other opportunities, of course, include the use of offset. Are offsets eligible? And can you use them for compliance? Are they cheaper than your allowances? And in this case, you can use the offsets for your compliance and reduce your costs. The last part has to do with the allowances that you receive for free. They are an asset that are in your balance sheet, but they don't provide you with dividends or pay any interest. But you can use it as a financing tool, depending on your cost of capital, your working capital costs. So you can sell the allowances today and immediately agree to purchase those allowances at a later stage. This will provide you with free cash flow that you can use to finance your operation. All those factors are key, and we believe that the important part is to prepare, to know the framework, to know your risks, and then maximize your opportunities.